In this task, we will be doing something related to LAMP stack. So LAMP stack stands for Linux, Apache, MySQL, and PHP. So we are using all of these stuff. So we need to install HTTP Apache web server in and PHP dependencies in all app hosts. So let's connect it to our app host stapp01 and put the password bsudo user. So let's do the same for other app servers as well. Stapp02, put the password. I think that is we are in. Now let's connect to app server 3 as well. bsudo user as well. Okay, so I'm going to explain that. So if you jump into this directory cd var www html, if you do ls, you can see this file. You can check the content as well. So this content is going to be same in all app servers. Even you can check in here as well. You can see the same file with the same content in every app server. So what they're doing actually, so if you come over here, if you click on this link, actually let me show you. If you click on this app, so nothing is going to happen. It says 503 service unavailable. So whenever you visit this link, this request goes to our load balancer, and then our load balancer is going to forward those requests to one of our app servers randomly, any one of them. And then these app servers have index.php page, right? File index.php in every server inside this var.html location. So basically, this index.php file is coming from this storage server. So this is being mounted to all our app servers. So whenever you visit here, this goes to one of these servers, and then index.php file has the logic to connect to a database. Then if it tries to connect to a database, and then the database reverts back with the request, and this comes to load balancer and it shows in our browser. So that's how it works. At the moment we have this file, but we don't have database and we don't have httpd or apache server in these applications. So I'll show you. If you connect to storage server, if you come back here, let's open another terminal. Storage server Natasha @stst401, and the password is this one. So if we jump into var.www.html, here you can see cat index.php file. So this has been mounted on all app servers. Even you can check that df-h command to see mounting. Actually, if I do, let's check in /etcfs tab. Oops, cd2 /etc If I do ls, something starts with fstp, it should be here. We got only file system. That's fine, don't worry. But that file is coming from that location only. So I'll prove it, because if I jump back and if I create, this is our storage server. So if I create, for instance, hello.html, oh, it says permission here, so just be a sudo user, password for Natasha, let's get this again. Okay, now if I try to create hello.html, hello mother, for instance, don't worry about the spelling. So you can see that file over here, but if you jump back to our app servers, any one of them, if you do ls in this folder, now you can see that one. So that proves that these files are coming from that storage server. Okay, that's how it mounted from here to all our app servers in this location. Of course, you don't need to understand these, but just to finish the task. But as I said, just finishing the task, it doesn't help you in any way. So you just need to understand what's really happening in this task. So for this one, now let's install Apache in all app servers. So let's jump back. Step 01, you need to run. You don't need to run sudo yum install -y. So I'm gonna install httpd and then php and then php mysql nd and then php -fpm. So we need all of these. So I'm just gonna copy it. So run the same in all app servers. So because we need this these things in all app servers. Okay, so once you install them, then what you need to do, Apache should serve on port 8085. Okay, I'll make sure that as well. So for that one, let's run a command. So I'm going to use sed -i, so insert. So because there's no point to go to or edit this file in by using vi, so we can use sed command. So that's listen on port 80. Usually when you install it, it listens on port 80. So I'm gonna replace it with listen space our port, which port they're asking, 8085. Okay, 8085. So that's it. And then which file you're referring, /etc httpd conf and then httpd.conf. So we just need this command to replace that default port. Okay, it says no such file, httpd.conf. Okay, yes, f is missing. Okay, maybe I didn't copy that properly. Now it's done. Do the same thing in app server 2 and same thing in app server 3. So we replaced it. Now system ctl start httpd, just copy paste this in all app servers. That looks fine now. So if you click on this one now, it says unable to connect HTTP. Earlier it was 503 error, but now we are getting different error. That means our load balancer is reaching to these app servers, but these app servers trying to connect to this database, but database isn't installed. So we need to install that now, because you can check in here as well. If you look in that /var.html index.php file, so here you need to create these these details on the DB server. So host is the stdb01. So now let's connect it to SSH. I think DB, it's username is Loki, I believe. stdb01, yeah, this one. Sorry, Peter, and the username is Spidey. Sorry, password is Spidey. SSH Peter, and then stdb01, and put the password. We are in. Be a sudo user because we need to install. Okay, now run minstall MariaDB server, and then -y. So once we install the DB, then we need to create this database with this username and this password, because that's what we are using here. If you check, so database db5 and user top, this one, and the password is bu, this one. So we just need to create these details, and then we'll be able to connect. So DB's database server is still installing. So once it is done, then we can get into the MySQL database, and then we create a user database, and then we will give privileges to this user. Then then you can see here, once you're done with that, then you can see it as app is able to connect. Okay, it's been done. Now try to run MySQL. I think it works with MySQL. No, MySQL-u and root user. Okay, we need to start database, systemctl start MariaDB. We need to start this service. Then you can run command MySQL. Now you're inside the database. Now what you need to do, create database, and the database name should be this one. Put semicolon to end it, and then create a user now. Create user, and the username should be this one. And then put the right, and then single quote, then identified. You can Google it to get the syntax, but anyway, I'm gonna put these commands in terminal as well. I mean, in video description. So just copy this one. So we created this user with this password. Now we need to give permissions. Grant all privileges on username KodeKloud. Oh, I'm sorry, on database KodeKloud underscore db5. So this is the database name. On everything. To whom? To KodeKloud underscore top user. Don't worry if you don't remember this syntax. That's been done. Now just flush privileges, just applying them now. Yeah, that's been done. So if we refresh this page now, so it's working now. So just remember this diagram, just try to understand this. Okay, so let's check the task results now. Yeah, that's been done. Thank you so much for watching.